Welcome, I'm Potato Crusader and for some reason I sculpted Asmongold, who as all we know hates the fan arts.
Like, I want bigger weapons.
Okay, so you don't like fan art of you,
No.
is that what you're saying?
And yes, I made that polymer clay creature around 4 months ago, so in internet terms, in the ancient history, when there was a drama around this fan art that was shown before. And this is actually my first ever can of Dr. Pepper, because in Poland getting Dr. Pepper is such a pain in the ass. It's not available in most of the stores when you usually go to do your groceries, so in most cases to get a Dr. Pepper you will have to go out of your way specifically to get a Dr. Pepper. What the fuck am I doing with my life? It was good, but not good enough to go through this extra pain in the ass again. Of course, I was not going to make a normal Asmon, instead I gonna make him into a Roach monster, wearing a rat fur cape, and the cape is also a cloak. Because of course it has to be this way.
Nanomachine, son!
After filling the can of Dr. Pepper with expanding foam, I started making a main part of the Roach body. Armature of the body was made from baking foil and aluminium wire. Then I proceed to cover it with the main material of the sculpture, polymer clay. For the main part of the base I used air dry clay. It is worse than polymer clay in basically every possible way, but is much cheaper. And that might seem a strange approach, but I don't plan to bankrupt myself over a sculpture that is basically a massive shitpost. At this point I already started making a rat cloak cape. Unfortunately, I lost the footage of many steps of this sculpting process, because I was too stupid to look at the preview, so for the most of the process camera was angled in a way that my balding head covered most of the image. At this stage most of the Roach body is already complete, so I can start the process of mounting him on top of the Dr. Pepper can. And here is the most interesting part of the recording, a cut. Time to attach the weapon that hopefully is big enough. And that's how polymer clay part looks before the baking. Then the Roach got primed with white spray paint and is ready to start the process of connecting it to the Dr. Pepper can. The material I'm using right now to make the remaining part of his legs and connect it to the can is milliput, epoxy putty. At this point sculpting is basically done, and I can move to covering entire surface with the white base coat. Meanwhile I realized that recorded footage was over 5 hours, most of it straight up removed because it was useless. And those 5 hours of recording probably came from around 15 hours of actually sculpting that thing, and it's gonna be a 5 minutes video. Here I experiment with Vallejo Express colors, looking for a perfect color for the Roach. In painting part, I managed to keep the Roach King in frame for the most part of the recording. And this is the moment when I was thinking, should I add him a Burger King crown? Or the Burger King crown and the headphones will be too much clutter on his head. Maybe I will add it later, because I do have a plan to expand this diorama by adding Tecton. Then I probably will improve some of the details and also improve the paint job. And if after Tecton I won't get bored with this diorama, then I could add Nax, Leaflet and Ref. And here is Roach Lord in all of his glory. So basically a straight up shitpost made of clay. Enjoy the final shots of this majestic creature and I will see you in the next video.